EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Dublin Shamrocks. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, touchdown, Detroit.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Hey, check that, street. Hey, let's go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On second down, a run with Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action, Willis. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Off the option, here's Etienne. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Willis is thrown to the hands of Andrews. Mark Andrews, touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. To the air on first down, here's Willis.
Just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
11 MT.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A first down carry by Elliott. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 1, ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
11.
Burrow on play action. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
11 MT, pace.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Turn it up, fellas. Turn it up. On 2, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
11, 11.
Elliott is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they send the tight end in motion left.
11.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now Willis to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Juwan Johnson,
54 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On third down, it's Willis. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
I'm fine, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11-90.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. It's Pickens. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On second down, ETN once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
After the sack on first down, Willis.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 mighty.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had. Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
12.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. That's going to be caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
11 empty. 11 mighty.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Zeke going to get it on the option. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Let's go now.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cup, 60. Check.
Willis looking to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
18, pioneer.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation. The fourth quarter, you come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
11.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On the counter, ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get